I'm honored to be able to speak about Grandmama today. She was an amazing woman whose life example showed me how things are important in life and where to focus my attention. I had the privilege of calling her Grandmama, but some of you called her Jima, Mom, Marguerite, Mrs. G, and Madame Gadang. And then now I've heard more, Mama Bear, maybe more I don't know about. The number of people here today shows what an impact she had on everyone who knew her. She didn't have many material treasures in her life, but her real life treasures, the greatest achievements were her family and friends. Oh, sorry guys. They're her family and friends and putting God first. Her genuine and beautiful smile, the warmth in her eyes, the kindness and never-ending love she had for everyone she met left an impact on them. We were lucky, as her family, to be privy to the feel of her hugs and kisses every time we saw her, and to be able to hold her soft, sweet hands. She wore her love to others and never hesitated to show it by being present in the moment. So, sorry guys. Throughout her life, she divided her time visiting with each of her children. And I remember as a kid looking forward to having her come stay with us at our house because it meant I would have unlimited game time and she would give me all her attention as I rambled on and on about the things that went on in my life. But the cool thing is I got to watch her do it with my kids too. And that's a special memory to see. She would take along to the kids' various activities and come camping or go on road trips or take long walks or go shopping. Whatever that was on the list to do, she would just, like Uncle Jerry is saying, she doesn't ever want to impose. She just joined us and she never said no. So one of my favorite memories with her, and it's not like a big story, it's just whenever we did dishes. It's when she would open up to me and tell me about her life. And she would tell me, growing up, she would talk about babysitting, her job at Sears, meeting up with Pa, and the silly things she and her siblings did. And there's always just some little silly story that I wish I would have taken the time to write them down right away so that I could share more with you guys, because you remember in the moment, but don't always remember after. But they're kind of there. She made a deep and lasting impression in our lives, and I reached out to the 21 grandchildren to ask them if they had memories or words to describe her. And the things that they came up with were the hours of canasta and games we played, and how mad she got when you skunked her. Drinking tea with her, listening to her knit, or learning to knit, but also listening to the clicking of the needles when she was knitting, and helping to untangle the wool and rolling it into balls, and receiving bags of dishcloths, or mittens, or her sweaters that she knit us. Her unique way of eating chocolate-covered almonds was one that was mentioned. Her playfulness and her laughter, her stubbornness, strength, and independence, and her voice, one she sang on road trips and while doing puzzles. One of the biggest influences I feel that she had on her grandchildren is how inclusive and accepting she was of every single one of us. She had love without judgment, just embracing each and every one of us for who we are, no matter how we chose to live our lives. Whenever she was with me, she would proudly share the latest news of what was going on within the other grandchildren's lives. She took the time to get to know and connect with each and every one of us. And her memory about the details of our lives and everyone's birthdays and just anything, she just made us feel very special. Not having her physically here with us leaves an empty void, but we can honor her by following the examples she set and by carrying her legacy forward as we live our lives with our children and grandchildren and friends by loving unconditionally, connecting on a real level, doing simple things. I'll be forever grateful for these lessons. I would like to finish with a quote that one of the grandchildren sent to me that I think perfectly sums up how we feel. I can't see. People may not remember exactly what you said, but you will always remember how they made you feel. You know, my mom made us feel comfortable, safe, loved, wanted, nurtured, and important. Her presence was calming. How blessed we were to have her in our lives.